how to get used to the Continental grip for serving. It's not an easy grip for serving, and some people have gotten used to having kind of like a frying pan grip. So in order to go back to the Continental grip, it's going to be a huge change. So my first tip for you is to try to find a happy medium between the grip that you have and the Continental grip. So we're going to try and find ourselves somewhere in the middle. So this is the grip that a lot of people have to serve, and it works because basically what you do is you tap the bowl and it goes in. So we're gonna try to negotiate ourselves all the way back to the Continental. So if this is where we want to try to put ourselves somewhere in the middle. So now that we found a grip that we can work with, I want you to stand on the service line, and I want you to keep that grip. We're gonna try to have an open stance. We're gonna try to pronate your wrist and try to hit straight into the target. This is to get used to having that discomfort on your wrist. And right now we're actually working on the follow through. Okay, so you want to try and keep that wrist bent the entire time. When you feel comfortable with that, then we're going to go into the second part of the exercise where you're still going to keep that grip that you found where it's comfortable, but this time we're going to try and place ourselves sideways. And we're going to start by hitting the ball straight like we did in the beginning, and then at the end we're going to try and give it a little bit of a scoop so that your hand ends up comfortable at the end and the racket ends up facing forward. So straight first and then a little bit of a scoop. Okay, so basically what we're doing is we're trying to teach the wrist to start from an uncomfortable position to a comfortable position. So I want you to try and picture yourself kind of slicing, peeling an apple. So straight and across. And this whole time, you want to try and keep a loose grip. Straight and across. Now you're going to find that because you're concentrating so much on the grip, the rest of your body is going to feel a little bit tight. So what I want you to do is be conscious of that and start loosening up your hips and your shoulder. So again, stand sideways with that grip that you found that is comfortable. And at first, as we go forward, we're going to try and start rotating your shoulder and your hips. When you feel like your body is facing forward towards your target, we're going to try and let go and start slicing the ball. So forward, turn, and then slice. Now right here, I want you to try and move that grip a little bit closer to the Continental grip. And do the same thing. We're gonna line ourselves sideways. We're gonna push the ball. We're gonna try and let the shoulder follow so that you turn your upper body, and when we're facing the target, that's when we're gonna let go of that slice. Now ideally, at the end, the tip of the racket should be finishing past your left pocket. So your wrist is gonna go from bending backwards to bending forwards. You're gonna notice that there's gonna be a little bit of discomfort in the beginning, but then at the end, we're gonna try and do this. So if you notice, the more you have a Continental grip, the easier it's going to be at the end. The more you keep with working with that frying pan grip, the harder it is gonna be for you to apply any slice. So let's go back to the Continental grip, sideways. We're gonna turn as we go. So ideally, your hand is the one that's going to help you at the end. Now, when you master that, then go ahead and take one step closer to the baseline and do the same thing. And eventually you're gonna work your way back to the baseline. So same thing, we're gonna try and get as close as you can to the Continental grip. We're gonna be sideways. We're gonna try and help that shoulder turn forward. So shoulder and arm are gonna build your follow through. And then at the end, your hand is going to finish, and the tip of the racket is going to finish past your pocket. You don't have to have a full backswing when you're doing this. So start with your racket up here, forward, across. And little by little, you're gonna find that your hand, the looser your grip is, the more your hand is gonna be able to do that finish. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe to our channel.